Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video in our game animation sample project where we are doing a combat system. So in the last video we set up this health bar. I see I need to default it to be full, but when the enemy hurts us the health bar actually goes down. So that looks nice. So let's keep working on some damage stuff from NPCs. We need to have some hit reactions and stuff to the player as well. So if we go to AC combat, I believe we have, yeah, this is gonna be pretty straightforward because we have the damage here from this NPCs. That's always coming from the server. And even if we would do PvP, the receiver would always get it from the server. But we have a damage, I'm pretty sure we did a damage, a generic damage function that we could use for both. I'm not entirely sure, but no, did we not do that? Where is this called then? Receive damage. Must be called from somewhere. Is that called on the... Ah, okay, let's actually change this. So we're using the point damage here, so we're using the built-in point damage system. So let's update it a little bit, because we want to always call... Give me 1 second. I think in this case it's easier if we have a general function. Didn't I do a BI? Yeah, we have a BI general. Is that... So let's do that. Let's do call, apply damage. So we have a hit result and the actor. So let's input that. Hit result. And actor. And I said it before, we don't wanna, or this is fine to do this, but I don't want any or as little as possible inside of actual base classes or the characters or pawns and stuff. We just want to be able to add the component and then everything should work pretty much straight out of the box. Just in order to make it easy to use. So instead of doing this, we're just gonna do a, and this already has the BI general. So that will be event call take, no wait, apply damage. Call take damage. So gonna add a combat thingy here. Combat graph. So event call take damage. And we're gonna take, so now we're calling this function on the components here, right? So we can delete this and just take this and use this interface for it. custom damage interface call. Needs a server RPC. So this should always be called on the server because that's the difference, because we had this built-in apply damage function before. And you see that has this network thing here, so that means this only works over the server basically if we want replication. So this needs to be done over the server as well. So our combat will not work now because we changed the interface, right? Or actually it does work because we are predicting the effects on the client side here, but it's not actually gonna apply any damage. So we need to go into the combat. And we have this apply point damage. And you see server send damage. So we can now damaged actor call. No, we need to change things here as well. We need to find component by tag. And I'm actually going to go into the defaults here and do combat MPC for the MPC component. And for the combat component, we're going to do combat only. I think it's fine. So we don't even now have to, this should be here by default. Damage MPC targeting. Apparently I need the targeting as well. Maybe the targeting component should be its own component or the target receiving component. We'll see. But that's fine for now. And we have combat here on this. So now the damaging actor, we will now find the correct component here. So we will, if we call this on another player, we will find the combat component. If we call this on an MPC, we're gonna find their MPC component. And they're both gonna use the same interface, which is this one, take damage. PI general, call take damage. And the damaging actor will be get owner. And the hit info will be hit info. Go. It's a bit hard to test, but since we predict everything, but that's just good. But that should now work to send the damage. And we now need the same kind of thing for the NPC. Damage. You see here, because the NPC here now, yeah, this is also an issue. It's good that I forgot about this, but it's good that we actually changed this now. We can see this one, the previous damage function we sent to our player. So this is reliant on the AC combat because the BI combat component is for the player's combat component only. But if we use this interface, it works for both. Because now, as I said, the NPC will now damage other NPCs and themselves. So we need some kind of faction logic here as well, so that we don't damage our friendlies. But damaging actor is get owner. Promote this to a local variable. Just to make it a bit clearer what's happening here. Shared interface call. Just a little note there. To explain for people in the future, or if you get the function later. Check so we don't damage the same target several times during the same trace. All right, that is looking good. So now let's see if we can damage our MC again. I mean, it's very hard to check. Ooh, crash. Nice. Alrighty, I am back. That was a teeny bit of a crash. I believe it shouldn't happen. Like, there's a case to be made here that maybe we should validate this and do like this. There's a case to be made there, but it shouldn't be needed because this is not doing any hard reference stuff. It's just trying to make an interface calls, and if their target doesn't have that interface, nothing is gonna happen. But the crash is because, I believe at least it's because they are called the same. Event call take damage and call take damage. So let's not call them the same. Let's delete this from the BI combat component. More than one function with the same name, yeah. So we need to delete one of them. Actually, we need to just go into the here, delete this. Compile. There we go. Now we can use the event call take damage that we want to use. And here we can also realize that we should also probably pass on a float for the damage amount. So let's do that as well. And there we go. And since this now has the combat tag, it should now work the same. Just need to go in here and hardcode like 10 just to see if it works. Yeah, and it's working again. Perfect. So we now synced the interface calls, so it's one. Let's do the same for send. So this is the same interface calls now. So that's nice. Don't need this. Don't think. No. Damage causer. Let's avoid the damage. Let's do this for now. That's not needed. Because the server, this is on the server, but the server will be aware of who the owner is as well, so that is fine. This looks a bit messy. Just want to maybe clean it up a little bit. Hit results. This bothers me. There's no clean way of doing this. Ugh, looks disgusting. I hate stuff like this. Alright, that's fine. I'm just gonna leave it at that and hopefully I can still sleep tonight. And then we need to let's copy some stuff here from the MPC. This also looks disgusting. Let's actually take this. Do like this. Only proceed here if we actually have a target to damage. And we're gonna promote to a variable. Combat component. And this as well. No, actually, we don't need that. Because we have already cached this. So we can break. Take the hit actor. Like so. And that looks a tiny bit better. This is also disgusting, but let's leave it like that for now. And the target here will be the found combat component in loop. So this looks a little bit cleaner. Yep, I'm fine with that. And let's... What was I doing from the beginning? Like I've just done cleanup this episode so far. Let's also play some animations here. And that should be quick. Let's do... Wow, disgusting. Receive damage. There we go. So we're not actually subtracting any damage on the server, but that's fine. Let's copy this get hit direction. Put it inside here as well. do the replicated play montage. And we can reuse this. Replicate. Because this is gonna come in on the server. It's gonna play instantly on the server. It's gonna go to the authority node. And it's gonna play on the server again. It's gonna play twice for the server. So actually we don't need that. We can just use this. Yeah. Let's just take this multiplay montage. Because this is always incoming from the server, so we are already on the server here. So we can just multicast to everybody straight from the server and not input any play controller here. So it's gonna be called on everybody. No event always comes in from the server, so we can just multicast instantly. And do I have a... Let's copy this for now. I think they're using the same skeleton. Let's see if that works. Does not work. Could be because of the skeleton. No. Why is that? Is it the multi? To all if servers. We should already be on the server. So it's not gonna play on the server here actually, because I already had the remote. So we can do the replicated play montage. That's fine. I believe. I don't think it's gonna work still. I need to figure out why it's not working, but I just want to see. Yeah, okay, yeah, it actually works now. Ah, okay, yeah, sorry, I'm playing as the server. That's bad practice. I should play as the client. Good. It was good that I played as client. I probably haven't done that in a few videos, because I can see that there are some issues here. So the montage is playing on the server, but for one, enemy doesn't even have a weapon, and there's a lot of issues here. Okay. This video is already 23 minutes, so I'm gonna clean that up in the next one. Have a look. This will be it for now, and I will see you in the next one.